natural to forget.
Do you want this closed?
You can leave it open closed. If it bothers you, close it. If not, we can leave it open.
I'll
In
close.
case someone pops in, sneaks in. I just don't want you to get hit if they come in.
He just doesn't like to be near the camera. And you're closer than I am.
It adds 20 pounds at least. And it's in slow motion.
Do you want to select?
Inhaling up the back over the crown to the third eye, exhaling down the front. Natural, deep, expansive belly breath. Noticing the quality, the movement, the quality of the breath. At this point in time, an opportunity to gauge it as you continue for the next 58 minutes. Unless the clock falls off the wall, then we have to guesstimate.
Then we'll reset in 5 minutes.
There.
Jeez. Just trying to get out of work.
So tonight we will do 18 forms. So I don't think any of you have done that. Maybe Dawn.
18 forms.
Forms, yes. Inhaling up the back. So we're just beginning with some warm-ups. Some nice tapping over the shoulder, the back of the hand to the kidneys or the body. The deep, expansive belly breath. So finding a rhythm. This is really an opportunity to just allow for a rhythm to be established. To focus on the breath and the third eye. Whatever that rhythm is for you. Noticing if there's tension, restrictions. Then you can shift now to outside of the thighs as we sway and we twist. Looking backwards, can you see both heels? Natural, deep, expansive belly breath. So there's a little more compression now on the abdominal cord. And you may also feel a little more of a stretch in the thoracic cavity. But you're still maintaining the integrity of the posture. Just as we began. How much more can you twist? How much more can you relax? And then let's come back to neutral now. Big sweep with the arms up from behind, over the top. The glutes engage as you come up. And then as you forward fold, tummy draws in. Gentle fist, pull back and in. So visualize here the drawing of energies up the back, over the crown. And then as you flow down, sending it down the front. That elliptical movement is being established for the flow of breath and the flow of chi or prana. And that the tongue, notice where the tongue is. Does it naturally gravitate to the roof of the mouth? To the byway point, the bridge. Notice if it releases up at some point, or whether it wants to stay there. But don't overthink.
That's too much to think about.
That will defeat the purpose. Nice. Let's do 3 more. 3 more sets. We'll finish hanging upside down. And allowing yourself, once you hang upside down, to perhaps you want hands to rest on legs. Maybe you want them to dangle in the air. Maybe they've come to the floor. But first, check in. Do you have straight legs? natural, deep, expansive belly breath. Relaxing the neck and the head. So visualize the head and the neck growing longer, stretching further down, perhaps all the way to the floor. Straighten the legs. Shift the weight into the balls of the feet. Press through the balls of the feet. Inhaling and exhaling. And as you're ready, let's inhale up left. Big circles up left. Exhaling down right. So think of the rising sun. We will be doing this towards the end of class as well. This is part of one of the 18 forms, but we're doing it now too. Twisting, turning. As much of a back bend as feels right to you. But remember, we look for gracefulness, continuity, evenness, softness, relaxation. All of those qualities have bearing. And so you might have in your mind right now the serpentine aspect of this, the kundalini, the cobra, the dragon. Excellent. Let's keep going. A few more. This direction. Deep, expansive belly breath. So if you're not sure what that is, I will continue to talk about it. Let's finish after one more. Hanging upside down, relaxing neck and head. And here's a good opportunity to breathe upside down. Shifting the weight into the balls of the feet, straighten the legs, and take that deep inhale and see if you can feel the belly expanding, but you'll feel a little pressure, won't you, because you're hanging upside down. Let's see what you can feel, and sometimes it's even easier to feel it in the back as it expands, so the navel area and below it. Can you feel them expand, and on the exhale, contract as they draw in towards one another, navel to spine. Or midland point, directly behind on the back, behind the navel. Excellent. Another couple of rounds, full, deep, expansive belly breath. It flows up from the belly, up from the tailbone even, through the chest, over the crown to the third eye, exhaling down the front. And then as you're ready, inhaling up right, big circles up right, back bending, exhaling down left. And here again, allowing yourself to flow. And so you could think of it as water. You could think of it as air. Maybe you want to visualize it as the limbs of a willow tree blowing in the breeze. Or maybe it's more like a seagull riding the waves at sea. Glutes engage in the back bend. The tummy draws in just enough, in both cases, to protect the spine. Returning to the breath, returning to the third eye. Let's do 4 more. Adding 4 on to wherever you are. Then finish hanging upside down. Straightening the legs as before, relaxing the neck and the head, dangling the arms, or perhaps hands have come to the ground. Very nice. Straightening the legs, press through the balls of the feet. return if you've left the deep belly breath. We're trying to keep it that way throughout, not just class, but our daily routine, whatever that is for you. And then it's ready. Big breath, reverse swan dive up, inhaling up. Stretching for the stars. Let the shoulders draw down the back. Bring the chin parallel with the ground. Maybe the eyes are closed, maybe they're open. Open and close the hands. Let's see how fast we can go. Deepen the belly breath and don't overdo it, but just make an effort. Opening and closing, checking back in with the Qigong stance. Excellent. Do you feel a little fatigue setting in? Yes? Keep going. Keep going. And then let that subside. Slowly let the hands and the arms float down. And notice what you are aware of. How would you describe the sensations in the hands and the forearms, the chest, who knows, wherever, the head. Maybe it's the fingers. Slowly they migrate down to the sides. So we'll take an inhale. On the inhale, turn the head to the left, lining up the chin with the shoulder. Hold the air in. We'll pause for a moment. And exhale back to center, to neutral, navel to spine. Hold the air out. So we're practicing with some kumbhakas, some locks, some retentions. Inhaling to the right. Belly expands, holding the air in. Exhaling, navel to spine. Inhaling to the left. Holding the air. Exhaling back to center, navel to spine. Hold the air out, focus on third eye. Notice if you start to feel a little panicky. Inhaling to the right. And again, don't force anything. If you need to breathe, breathe. Please don't. Exhaling back to center. Inhaling left. That's right. Let it come up. Again, example of Qi. Exhale, center, navel to spine. You just notice. You respond. Energy kicking in, pushing through. Inhale right. Exhale, center, navel to spine. Hold the air out. We'll do one more set. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. Pull back a little bit deeper now, maybe. Inhaling right. Belly expands. Exhaling back to center, navel to spine. Hold the air out. And then revert to your natural deep belly breath. Breathing, relaxing, softening. Let's inhale and bring the arms up in front. Let the palms face down to the earth. Inhales open out to the sides. The palms turn to face the heavens. Exhale, flow in. Palms face earth. Soft bend in the knees. Inhaling as we open. Exhaling as we close. Palms facing down. Inhales as we open. Exhales as we close. Inhales as we open. Exhale as we close. Inhale as we open. Exhale as we close. Inhale as we open. Exhale as we close. Now, bring the thumbs to touch. We're going to inhale, come underneath through opening, pinkies touch. Roll over for thumbs to touch again, and we continue with this pattern. Inhaling and exhaling. The hands never leave touching one another, just different parts. Inhaling. Exhaling. Natural, deep, expansive belly breath. Inhale and exhale. Noticing the quality of the breath, the quality of the movement. Let's do one more. We'll finish with the arms out. Now, palms facing down again. Let's turn the other way, pinkies touching. We're going to inhale up towards the face, down underneath, and then roll the hands under again and up and over. So we come through the opposite direction now. The breath is deep. Perhaps the eyes are closed, perhaps they're open. But if they're open, a soft gaze. Two more. Finish the second one, the arms come through, separate them. Let's take a big inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head, keep the chin level, and sit down on an exhale, keeping heels to the floor. Inhale will come up. Exhale, sit down. So if you need to open the feet a little wider, feel free. We try to keep the toes straight ahead. Inhaling up. And let's treat this. Oops. I guess that was AJ. Inhale. Exhale.
The legs stay down.
Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We'll do three more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Is this the third one? Stay down.
Yes.
Now, you can bring hands to floor. You can bring hands to prayer. Elbows on the inside of the knees. If you need to stay higher, good. That's it. Adjust. Very good. So we want to continue to lengthen to the crown. Some of you might want to rock a little side to side, but notice where you feel this. Do you feel it in maybe the inner hips? Do you feel it in the sacral lumbar spine? Do you feel it in both places or somewhere else?
How about all in?
Ankles. Good. Try, Tom, open up the feet a little wider and see if you can keep your heels down. Excellent. Very good. That's it we need. So here again. This is a little garland pose. Sometimes you see it references frog. Deep belly breath. We can stay here for a while, I think.
May I get up again? But
It's so good for opening up the spine and the hips. Nice for digestion too. Softening in the face, the shoulders, hips, anywhere where you may be tension, holding it, creating it. See if you can let it subside a little more. Sometimes you just want to lower the hands, like I'm doing, just to the floor, just because you may be holding it and pressing them together. But how does this feel? Yeah, I know. See, isn't that interesting? Because you're like, oh my gosh, this is and then you're like, how about we do this? Connect with the earth. Soften. Good. Now, use your core strength. We're going to inhale up, sweeping the arms up from the sides, lengthening. What is that like? Press down. We do this 3 times. We'll inhale up. Don't have to lower down again. Arms. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Now just notice. Notice if there's some release, maybe. Or maybe you're like, oh no.
And burning.
What did we just do? Exhaling down. Now we're going to go right into swimming dragon. So you can take the right arm up, chest level, the lower hand, the left arm, is down at an angle, and then you switch. So you're turning around backwards. And here again, the feet will stay firmly grounded on the ground. But you're going to twist the spine as much as it's wanting to twist. So you will notice that this begins quite low from the feet all the way up. But this should help you to take out any maybe unpleasant sensations from what we just did.
Well, it's making you think about something else.
Yeah. And so you also visualize yourself as a dragon, a serpent, a snake, out for a swim. And your ease with moving through water. And whatever kind of water you want to have, a pool, an ocean, a lake, a pond, a reservoir. Oh, so many. But it's pleasant. And it's a gentle, even movement of breath, expansiveness. All of the principles apply. Relax into it, twist a little more, turn the head. Notice the stretch in the heart and the lungs. The twisting of the kidneys, the liver, the stomach, spleen. Some of you might say, oh, I'm experiencing something at the crown of my head. The crown chakra. Hopefully it's even energy if you are. Nothing too volatile. No volcanoes. Flowing. Flowing in the field of energy. So all of these movements are just leading up to our main practice. But we're setting the stage for evening out the flow of energy, for actually opening the channels, the gates. To allow for an opportunity to heal. Come back to the deep, expansive belly breath. Yes, even when we twist. Following the upper arm and hand with the eye. Very nice. Let's all do 2 more sets. Since we began going to the right, we'll finish coming. Well, we went to the left rather. Right arm to left, left arm to right. Finish with the left arm coming to us. And then come back. Inhales and open. Exhales and close. Right in front of the lower dantian, the navel, the place of first breath. Mahara. Inhale as you open out, exhale as you flow in. And here you might visualize maybe a sense of waves. We talk about ocean wave breathing here, but you might visualize all of the energy channels, the meridians and nadis flowing to and from this point. Excellent. The next time the hands flow in, let them relax down. Let's step the left foot in to meet the right. Bend into the knees a bit. Place the hands on top of the knees, fingers on the inside. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, lower tailbone. We'll do a series of these 5, I think. Inhale up. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale up, maybe 7. Down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. And up. And down. 2 more. Up. Down. Inhaling up. Exhaling. Now keep the legs bent at the knees. Lower the tailbone a little more. Take the knees. Let's go left to right. Squeezing knees and ankles together. Circling around. You figure out the breath that works best for you. As long as it's deep, expansive belly breath, and you're working on equalizing length of inhale with exhale, all is good. And then 1 more, coming back to neutral. Let's go the other way now, right to left. You notice maybe some perspiration is starting to appear. A representation of chi, prana. Some warmth maybe. Tingling, sense of swelling. Could be lightness, could be heaviness. Let's come back to neutral. Inhale, sweep up to the heavens as we lengthen to the crown. Arms flowing up. Exhale as we press down, set the feet apart. Left foot out, get shoulder widths. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. And 1 more time. Very good. So female gender, right foot back, male left. Switch it up if you like, but circle around 9 times. So just try to get the top of the foot to the floor and then the bottom of the foot. So right where the big mound is underneath, and then the top of the foot is really where the toes come into the foot. Nine times one way, an auspicious number for longevity, and then 9 times the other way. Soft bend in the standing leg if you find you're losing your balance. When you finish with the 9 and the 9, bend the standing leg a bit, press down to the top of the foot, and feel the stretch up the shin. So you feel right at the top of the foot up the shin. You may even say, oh, I feel it even further than that. That sounds so good. This is for the stomach.
Is it gonna flatten it?
Yes, it will help. Well, it helps, it aids digestion. It's very good for helping to move and eliminate. So come back. Now you can kick a few times if you like, then switch to the other foot. So flattening the stomach is the circling around when we do the stirring the soup. But even swimming dragon will help with that. Deep belly breath. Stirring the soup and these, when they work the abdominal cord, they help to burn fatty tissue. And go the other way. But they have to be done a lot of period of time in conjunction with other things. Deep belly breath. But everything begins doing the practice. So 9 times each way, then root down to the top of the foot again, bend the standing leg, and really press. Just press. You feel it. You say, oh, I feel my shin differently than I usually do. Excellent. Then you can stand, kick a few times if you like. And then we'll come back to neutral. Let's bring the hands back in front of the lower dantian for a moment. Inhales out and exhales in. So just begin to visualize the energy flowing through your body. If there's any place that still feels a little stuck, then see if maybe you can direct some energy with the breath to that area. So maybe it's a shoulder, maybe it's a finger itself or a toe. Check in with the belly. Can you feel it expand on an inhale? And if not, bring a hand to the belly and just put it there for a moment, for a few rounds of breath, and see if you can get the sensation of breathing into the hand. You can have the other hand on the back. See if you can have a sensation of breathing into the back. And on the exhales, you can feel the two of them closing the gap. Or as you see in London, right? Mind the gap. And the next time the hands flow in, let them relax. Soften in the face, the shoulders, and the hips. Now let's inhale as we raise the arms up. The wrists are bent. Exhales as you press down, leading with the elbows. Bend the knees slightly. And I want you to find a rhythm that works for your deep, expansive inhale as you come up. Exhaling as you draw down, very slow. So we are raising the chi or the prana. So the legs bend as we lower. Tailbone lowers. Inhale as we rise up, the legs straighten. So the beauty of this is to become aware of the subtleness of movement, the depth of the breath, and the sensation of life force. However that is presenting itself to you. How much more aware can you be at this moment right now? Excellent. Now the next one, we're going to open up. So draw up, open out to the sides as we spread our wings, expanding the field of energy, flowing back in, leading with the elbows as we lower down. The second movement of 18. So here you can find the grandness of expansion. And you immediately might notice how the energy is flowing through the heart and the lungs out to the fingertips, maybe even beyond. And how you are gathering and returning energies to the earth. Softening in the face. The spine is long. And the breath is ever so deep. And if the mind is wandering, come back to the breath. Come back to the third eye. Finding yourself flowing. do one more. So wherever you are, add one more on. You will finish as the hands return back down, leading with the elbows, flowing down. And from midline now, we will inhale up the center, overhead. As we send the hips to the right, the arms come down to the left. Palms facing each other, inhaling up, exhaling. So this is known as painting the rainbow. So you can visualize your arms and hands, a giant paintbrush. It's a lateral movement, isn't it? Side to side. So you can visualize the breath up the side that's being stretched. And the compression as you go down the other side, looking between the hands. And each time with this broad swath of paint, you're bringing cheerfulness to yourself and to the world. What colors have you chosen? Nature is comprised of all colors. Stretch, reach, breathe, flow. Let's do 2 more sets. So we began on the left side, finishing on the right. As you come back up tall, let the arms flow down. Lower the tailbone, cross, and come up as we spread our wings. The palms facing inwards and then turning away. Connecting with the earth, the heavens, with before and after. That which is behind, that which is yet to come. You are here and now in this moment. You can't be anywhere else. How attentive are you here and now? Inhaling up. Perhaps exhaling down. Or perhaps it's an inhale all the way around, followed by an exhale. I don't know. What is it right for you? Noticing the quality of the breath. Quality of the movement. Let's do one more. We'll finish with the arms coming down. As they do, bring them to the side, the palms facing up. Take the right arm behind you. Come from behind, following with the eyes as you press forward, pushing palms. And then the left flows back as the right comes to the side, left moving then forward. So they're in opposition, aren't they? Soft bend in the knees. A twisting of the spine, following. Where the eyes go, the spine will follow. And you can visualize and maybe feel the sensation of a bit of resistance as you push. That's where you build the strength. That's where you can send the energy back. Continuing to lengthen through the spine. To flow in the field of the Tao, or the field of energy, the cosmos. You You're mindful of your experience. Aware of what's happening now, however that presents itself, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. We'll do one more set. So wherever you are, add another set on. We finished, or we began with right, pressing forward, so we will want to finish with left. And as it comes through, then you will draw it back. Then we'll take the arms up from behind, back bending over the top, pressing down to the floor. So here again, bend the knees, lower the tailbone as you press down. Think of yourself as a paddle boat or a water wheel. And that's literally translation, paddling the boat. So you breathe deeply, and you might feel this. You probably do feel the sensation of the expansion in the upper chest, right? It goes right into the lungs and the heart, especially the lungs. They cover the entire upper chest. You can turn the head if you like. You do not have to. It's just normal you don't, but if it feels good to you, maybe you do it. I like to do it sometimes. Just alternating side to side. A couple more. Notice if tension has appeared anywhere, or are you feeling as if you really are flowing right now? Last one. And we press down. And then we straighten the legs. Now the arms come to the side. We're going to take the right hand. So it's going to circle to the left, out and around. So I would say this is like a big barrel, right? You're kind of scraping the barrel. And then you're going to come around and through. And you're going to lift the sun up to the heavens. Come off the back heel. Let the left arm come out. And you can look up. And then we'll lower down with the right diagonally. And as we come down, the left is going to come around to the right, circle around. And then we will lift the sun on this side. So if you're a basketball player, you know this is a layup, right? And we continue with this movement. And if you get lost, you say, Michael, I'm lost. I had no idea what you're doing.
Well, we're pretty much always lost when we do these things.
So I'll turn around, it might help. So we come around to the right, and then we lift up, lifting the sun. Then I draw the right arm down diagonally, and the left comes around in a big circle with that barrel, right? And then up, and then down. And here again, the gracefulness, and the continuity, the evenness, the momentary pause. So all of the things that we did, even in the warm-ups, they're all kind of come together here, don't they? You might say, oh, I recognize the retention, the momentary pause, the expansiveness, the lengthening, the twist. So this is a spiral and a lateral fascial movement. You might say, oh, this is gorgeous, it's about coordination. I'm like,
It is for me.
So don't overthink, just do what you know, whatever it is you're doing. That's it, good. All right, we'll do one more set. So we began with the right arm coming up. So we'll finish with the left coming up. Now, as you draw down, I want you to take the left arm down diagonally, and you're going to twist around both hands now in front of you, lowering the tailbone, twisting now back behind yourself. So this is about carrying the moon So we lifted the sun. Now we get to carry the moon. So you might think of the tides and the shifting here with the phases of the moon. So it's lower, more grounded, more feminine, softer. Letting yourself. Qigong and Tai Chi will say sink. Yoga doesn't like sink. But here we are. Because people associate sinking with something bad. It's not really bad. There's no good or bad, right? Let's do one more set. So we went first to the left. So you come around to the right. Excellent. We'll come back around. Hands in front of the belly. I'm going to take the right hand on top of the left, and we'll twist to the left. Twisting to the left, look backwards. Very nice. Now we're going to start to come around to the right. So this is holding the ball, chi ball, twisting to the right. Now, switch. Right comes underneath, left on top. Twist more to the right. To begin the journey around. Left hand on top. And you will come as far as you can, looking backwards, and then switch. Left comes down, right on top. Twist more to the left, and then begin to come around. That's the pattern. And so you'll see this throughout so many different practices and different variations right on top. But this positioning of the hands, and then switching left on top of right, twist more to the right and come around. And here again, find whatever breath works best for you. You might find, well, I'm inhaling around, and then as I get to the backside, I exhale as I really twist more. Or maybe I inhale on one side all the way, and I exhale on the other side. As long as you're working on equalizing them with the deep belly breath, that's an option for you. So the side we're coming towards is the hand that's on top. So let's all do, what did you say? One more set. So wherever you are now, add another set on. Remember, we began coming to the right, so you want to go back to the left. And now as you come to the left, come around, and then let the arms float down, back to neutral. Step out with the left foot. So heel and toes come through, crossing, inhaling up as we part the C. The deep expansiveness of the belly breath. So let yourself notice what's happening in the legs. One leg bends, the other one straightens, and then it reverses. You can look up if you like. You're certainly going to look down so you don't lose your balance, probably, but not too far down, more in front of you. Inhaling. And exhaling. Or maybe once again, you find you have your own cadence that works for you. Let's do one more. Inhaling up. Stepping back as the hands come down. Then the right foot comes out, heel, toes, and flow through on this side. Rising up. I like to bring my toes up, but sometimes you'll see it where people want to keep their feet down. That's also fine. Notice what you are aware of now. Can you feel something maybe more in the arms than the chest?
Yeah.
Softening opening. Deep belly breath. Let's do one more. And we will come up and we will step back. The arms coming to the side. Now step through with the left foot, heel toes, and this time push forwards. And then you can turn the hands over and draw back. And we will push. So come off the front toes and then the back heel. So here's a rocking sensation. As we push the waves. And then we draw back. As if we were riding the wave. The spine is long. Can you feel a sense of chi or prana in the palms? Movement up the spine, an awakening of the third eye. Last one. Drawing back as we step back, then right foot comes out, heel, toes, then push and draw back. So if you tune in to just the physical dimension, the gross anatomical part, you have so many different things occurring here. From toes to fingers, lower legs, forearms, the entire abdominal and thoracic cavity. Let's do one more. And we'll draw back. Arms at the side. For this next one, let's step out with the left foot and we're going to open the arms out to the side and we'll come through. And this is known as releasing the dove. You can come off the back foot if you like and then the front toes. You do not have to. Each time the arms come up, you can visualize this beautiful dove, this symbol of peace, being released, sending out good, healing energy. Continue to lengthen to the crown of the head, to the heavens. The feet tethered to the earth. You are a bridge. Let's do two more. Very nice. Flowing back. Switching now. Right foot out, come through. And release the dove this way. Inhaling. And exhaling. Whatever works best for you. Perhaps the exhale is the release of the dove. But maybe for you, it's the other way. Focusing on breath, focusing on third eye, but aware of the energies that you are sending out into the world. Let's do one more. And finish as you flow back. Coming back, arms to the sides. So we've pushed palms forwards. We're going to push to the sides now. Inhale and lengthen on the exhale. Lower tailbone, push right hand to the left, right across the spine. We'll inhale and draw back. Exhales, push the palm, the left palm to the right, across the chest. Feel this through your thoracic spine, in the back especially. Exhale, pushing out. And again, you find the cadence that works with your breath. Nothing is forced, but yes, there is effort, isn't there? Because there's resistance. Now maybe resistance in your own body, right? Inhaling. So you can soften and bend the knees here. It's nice to hold this posture. It strengthens the legs. Very good for your quads, femur. Inhale. The ankles. A very powerful stance. And you're sending energies out, returning them, perhaps unwanted energy. Might even think about building your protective shield, your Wei Qi. So nice. Let's do two more sets. So we began pressing with the right hand to the left. So we'll finish after the second set with the left hand pressing to the right. Excellent. Coming back. Now, we're going to cross as we did before. Inhaling up high on the toes. Exhale. So this is what we call our wild goose takes flight. So see if you can pause momentarily on the toes and then lower the heels. So here's where we sometimes topple over, right? Well, hopefully not. And just enjoy. How focused can you be? This strengthens the toes, the feet, the ankles. It brings you back a sense of balance. So if we feel that we're not really very grounded, you could say, oh, this is a good one. Because it's really encouraging you to practice being grounded, isn't it? You're still rising up, but you're not leaving. You're connecting, and you're having to say, oh, okay, I'm stabilizing myself. So this could be done 9 times, it could be done 18 times, I don't know, you could keep going 108. And you'll all be like, my toes are broken.
My calves are toes.
Let's do 2 more. Now, at the end of the second one, you will hinge from the hips and forwards fold down, relaxing neck and head. So this is what we began with early on, right? So stretch first, hang upside down. You feel this in your hamstrings right now. Dangling the head, straightening the legs as best you can. Now it's fine to bend the knees as we go through this, but just right now, just experience the straightening of the legs. Don't worry about coming down so far. Let's inhale up left, big circles up left. Now this is where I want you to twist as much as you can. Back bend as much as is appropriate for you. Coming down. So glutes will kick in on the back bend. Tummy will kick in on the forwards fold. Just enough to protect the spine, especially sacral-lumbar spine. And the head will lower back what feels appropriate for you and relax down. But we've gone all this way that now we can begin to really move the serpent energy. Don't worry, we'll calm it down before you leave. Just breathing. But notice how it's moved its way upwards. Perhaps some of you feel it more now higher. Two more. We'll finish hanging upside down. Relaxing the neck and the head. Stretching, straightening the legs. Deep belly breath. Then inhaling upright. Big circles upright. And the same things kick in with glutes on back bend. Twisting the entire spine. Let the eyes, the head turn. So you twist. Tummy on the forwards fold. And flow. So here again, we're talking about the belly. This is very good for flattening, digestion, strengthening. And it's the sides, not just the front. This album is shorter, that's why the music's on.
Yeah.
But you probably have music in your head now, because you're so blissful.
Sounds more like screaming.
Two more.
Yeah.
Finish the second one, hanging upside down. Shifting the weight into the balls of the feet. Deep belly breath. So we're here with two movements left. We're right at the very end, so there's not very long. Inhale now, lengthen up through the crown, just raise the torso, inhaling up. As you come up tall, raising the right hand and the left foot and leg. So bend the knee, and then lower the left foot softly, 2 bounces with the right hand, and then up with the left hand and the right foot, soft setting down of the foot, and 2 bounces. So it's opposites, right? So this gets you, right? Because you have to focus. And you're like, oh, how graceful can you be as we settle and calm the chi and the prana. And the last one. Finishing with the left hand and the right foot. Last movement, inhaling up, palms facing the heavens. Exhaling as we press down. Feel free to bend the knees if you like here. Inhale as you straighten the legs. Putting the chi, the prana to bed. Evening it out. Returning it to its source. Focus on breath, focus on third eye. What are you aware of now? What changed in the last 60 minutes? Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Letting the hands rest now on the belly, female right, male left. Switch it up if you like, the other hand over top. Close the eyes if that works for you. Soften the face, the shoulders, the hips. And feel the imprint of the practice. The breath, the movement, the expansiveness, the relaxation. What are you aware of now? And slowly, slowly with the eyes closed, bring the hands in front of the face and vigorously rub them together, creating some heat. Placing them over the eyes, feeling the inwards penetration of life force. And again, vigorously rub. Placing the hands over the eye. No anger, no complaint, no ego with anyone. Giving thanks to the divine for all that you've been provided. And allowing for the awakening of the heart, to care, compassion, to love, to peace and calm, to the realization of your true consciousness and your inseparableness with nature. You can slowly begin to open the eyes behind the hands, letting them drift down, down to the sides, up, out and around. And today, let's bring them up to the heavens. To prayer, we'll draw them down to the third eye, down to the mouth and the throat, and finally to heart center. Inhaling and exhaling. On the next inhale, open into a lotus blossom, the wrists together. Exhale, closing. Inhales as you stretch out in front of you. And opening on the exhale, sending out healing energy to the universe. Thank you all for coming. Namaste. Qigong, Jing Ping. Health, happiness, and harmony, each of you.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye. Bye, AJ. Take care.
Michael, I have a question.
Yes.
So the movement where it was like the circling the barrel, can you show me how to do that?
Exactly right.
So start with the right hand. I'll turn around. Circle around. And then you will lift and the arm It doesn't have any, I mean, so I like to bring my arm up about 90 degrees, but maybe it can be down, it doesn't matter. But just so that there's some
That was
sense of
hard.
balance.
One for me. We were all
And then the
like-
right arm will come down diagonally, bending at the elbow. And the left will come around, circle,
Okay, listen, plumber Tom, you do
Through.
that, it's fine.
Well, I just picture.
and up. Yeah,
Okay.
so you should feel, so you notice the hips have changed their direction, right? You've come off the back foot, and then the left comes down and circle and lift. And again, so there's this dynamic aspect. Again, the beauty of this is we have different parts of the body working in opposition, or I shouldn't say opposition, maybe complementary. A better word, better choice. Yeah. Does that help?
Yes. and
It looks better, it looks better. So you just, what I want you to do is just keep in mind that as one arm is moving, the other is too. They're just moving differently. So if it takes a while to get the momentum, don't worry, just follow the leading arm. And then the other one will come naturally. So that it's like when we do our deer practice, you know, well, actually it's bear, the walking bear run. Remember where we twist? Yeah. And then we flip around. Yeah. Same notion with the arm.
Okay. And what
Yeah.
was this movement called? What was
Say that
the
again?
movement called?
Oh, call it, it's called lifting the sun.
Lifting the sun, and the other one
Yeah.
was lifting the moon?
And the other one is called holding the moon or carrying the moon. Sometimes you will see it holding the moon and turning backwards, carrying the moon and turning backwards. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. Have a lovely rest of the night.
Thank you too.
That one was the hardest. Yeah.